Hey everyone, I am Charting Man Dan, trader for the last 13 years and technical analyst and educator with the Chart Guys here. In this video, we're going to talk about the euphoria in the markets, what to be looking for signs of a temporary top. I'm not on psychedelics. I got my eyes dilated, doing my best. Let's see what the charts say. All right, so the euphoria has been building all week, talking about recently how it feels like this has got to be a blow-off top with how we're going to top out. And for me, a blow-off top, the ideal scenario when it's very crystal clear that that's what's happening is something like a gap up open, you run extremely hard and fast in the short term. So let's just say a gap up open and then you run 1% in like 90 minutes and then you give it all back and hit a new low of the day. And that's how you know a temporary top is being set. We also have not seen QQQ confirm an hourly downtrend in almost 2 weeks at this point. That will stand out to us the next time that happens. We still have NVDA hitting all-time highs. As I mentioned yesterday, if NVDA is hitting all-time highs, the NASDAQ is not going to top. So we're keeping an eye on that as well. But overall, now is the time where if you have long-term positions, investments, or swing trades that you are not going to sell, you want to be scaling into some hedges right now. We are definitely close to a temporary top, and keeping in mind that on that temporary top, at least initially, we're just going to be looking for a daily high or low. Eventually, we'll be looking for that weekly consolidation. I started looking for it last week. Fortunately, not aggressively, just, it's time to be cautious up here, but obviously the bulls still have full control, and there's euphoria in AI names still. We'll look at those in just a moment. But here is the S&P 500 increasing bull volume, and look at the RSI. RSI is up at 77, and again, I just like looking back historically and saying, okay, what happens when the RSI gets up towards 80? And we can see the RSI does not get to 80 often. It's happened 2 times in the last 4 years. And when it does get to 80, it does not stay there. So that tells us daily consolidation is shaping up. We have OPEX tomorrow, which is just a whole bunch of options expiring. And we are watching our hourly uptrend as our guide. And so we opened today, and the bulls took complete control again. We closed yesterday with strength. As I mentioned oftentimes, the FOMC, the reaction, it's Thursday and Friday where we get the real tell of what big money is doing, and big money was buying today. And fairly early this morning, we saw all major sectors, QQQ, XLF, XLV, all hitting the high of the day at the same time. That tells us it's a bull day, don't be looking short. Again, probabilities. If all major sectors are hitting the high together, we don't look short. If they're all hitting the low together, we don't look long. Sometimes it's not going to work out that way, but if probabilities are going to be in our favor, that's the mindset that we want to have. And so it worked today with all bull control. So SPY has a short-term support at 440.11, and after that, we're looking down at the low of the day, 436.23. QQQ, just a standard stair step, high or low every single day, 6 days in a row. Again, same thing. Look at the daily RSI, 79. Scroll back. This one we can go back even further. So let's go back to, let's just say the last decade. All right, the RSI has gotten over 80 on the daily time frame in the last decade 4 times. It stayed there very briefly. You can zoom in and look at what the price action looked like when we got up to 80. You can see here, we got up to 80 in January 2018, right before a big dump. Got up to 80 here. It doesn't mean a big collapse every single time, because here we got up to 80 and it was just a one-day pullback. Granted, it was a big one-day pullback, 2% plus, but doesn't mean we're going to dump. Just means daily consolidation. And we have to keep in mind that right now, the NASDAQ can see a pullback on the daily chart from the high of today. We can drop 5% and be in a daily uptrend. That's a lot of space for the bulls to work with. We'll be watching backburners. If hourly oversold on QQQ marks our daily high or low, we know the bulls aren't done yet. So we'll be watching that. Speaking of hourly oversold, Tesla today hit hourly oversold pre-market and had a big buying of the gap down open. We ended up running 4% from the open. Significant move up. I played that bounce. Didn't let it run nearly long enough. Oh, man. How early did I let that one go? It's first trade of the day. Long Tesla. Yeah, low 250s. I was out 251, 252. I was in 248s. Nice win, but definitely should have been following that 5-minute stair step. If I was following the 5-minute stair step, I can sell half initially to be comfy and full control, sell the second half when we lose the 5-minute stair step. That's at 256.75. So that would have given me an extra 2%. So money left on the table, but I am okay as a bull leaving money on the table at this stage in the market. I do it all the time in Euphoria. Bitcoin, I'm out before the top. Cannabis, I'm out before the top. And then I just play short-term little bull moves because I know I do not want to be holding when that temporary top is hit. And so same thing here for NVDA and Tesla. I traded both of them long today and probably short as well, but very quick in and out and going to be looking for daily consolidation. So Tesla, if this hourly oversold, again, it was pre-market, it's not ideal, but if that hourly oversold marks the daily high or low, then that is a daily bull flag. Daily EMA 12 support is going to be in the upper 230s tomorrow, and the bears have to confirm an hourly downtrend. We still have not seen that. We had a big drop from the high of yesterday, lower high, and then just a sideways range. So we would have to break 247 to confirm an hourly downtrend. I would anticipate the more likely scenario is to tighten up a good bit and then get a clear break eventually. But for now, we can say Tesla bulls have lost their momentum, and now it's just a question of how much pullback are we going to see. NVDA, new all-time high, but we didn't break the high of extended hours. After hours yesterday, we got 433.34, and today we pulled back just under that. So this is an hourly equilibrium. And again, there's support levels to be looking at. Pre-market, I said NVDA, if the bears are going to prove anything to us, we have to fail 433 and break 420. Low of pre-market is a key support level for me. The bell rings, we pull back less than $1 away from that low of pre-market, and then from that point, we rally 2.5%, more than that. 3% rally off of support. So if you are going to play extended names, you're playing off support levels with a stop right under them, because if the uptrend is lost, you stop out, and if not, the bulls keep their complete control. So I'm watching NVDA in this hourly equilibrium. If it breaks bear, maybe we hold 420 tomorrow morning and then bounce, and then it tightens up, and then if we break bear, we zoom out and scout hourly oversold and a daily high or low, knowing anything above 373 is a daily high or low. AI names still going. Daily inside bar bull break. This is the kind of market environment where I am buying resistance breaks for quick scalps. And I have not done that in a long time because that is, I'm pretty much treating this market as a blue sky market. The way that the trading strategies, which is backburner oversold bounces and being okay buying resistance breaks. So, buying the resistance break here on AI of 43.90, obviously a lot of follow through there, but even if we just zoom in, look at 45 here. 45 on the morning. Oh, I missed it. AI bulls in full control, and we're now testing the highest level that we've seen. Topped at 45. Higher low 44.17. That is a support level you can play off of. We then rejected from 45. We then held support by 5 pennies. Bottom fish. If the bulls are going to keep complete control, the 2-minute uptrend needs to remain intact. We held it, and look at the follow through here. If you buy that break of 45, we're up at 47. You get 6% in 4 minutes. Less than 4 minutes, we moved 6%. So the way I do it is if I'm buying that break of 45, I'm using a larger position than normal, and I'm selling half right away. You got to assume there's some slippage. Let's just say if I got filled even at 45.50, if I sell half right away at 45.99, my break even is now 45, and I can just very quickly then sell the rest to lock in the win, or just stick a stop at break even and try and let it play out a bit longer. PLTR bulls keeping their control. Not nearly as strong as AI, but highest close on this entire move. Again, not showing us signs of a bubble. Eventually it will. As I've mentioned, every bubble that I've ever seen was 1,000% gains. And so we look at these moves off these lows, PLTR, $7, actually no, 5, we'll call it $6. So 6 to 17, almost a 300% move. No, 200%. AI has gone about 400%, something like that. So doesn't mean we're going to 1,000%. but it just means that the bulls are still in control here. And this is not the kind of blow-off top climax. QQQ looks more like a blow-off top than PLTR. Certainly not in terms of percentage, but just in terms of the last few days. Other than that, SOUN, low cap name, had a really nice breakout. We had a weekly equilibrium that we've been keeping an eye on, and watching this name to be a laggard, it had a quick little daily bull flag, and then followed through very nicely. And again, another one where I bought this break of 330. And no 335 is the resistance level that I care about. And so my mindset is, if we break 330, I'm pretty confident we're going to break 335 as well today. And so buying the break of 330 and then clearing 335 very shortly after. Again, sell half. I was in at 330 and I'm out half at 334. And then my break even is 326, and I can stick a stop at 326 and then just sell a little bit more in a bit. Again, it's not big wins. They're just nice, solid wins with scalp trades. Just very quick, in and out in under 10 minutes. Usually more. I'm selling the first half within 1 minute of buying generally. But that's also a bit more advanced trading, just in terms of the speed, and you have to be quick. Healthcare, after the bearish news yesterday, completely erasing that with a big green candle. The weekly equilibrium continues to play out. I am watching for a weekly higher low compared to 135.81 to be the most likely scenario, but no sign that it is being set yet. The direction that this chart breaks in July, probably July, maybe August, is going to have significant implications for the second half of this year in the broader market, certainly for the healthcare sector itself, but it will matter to me the direction we break here for the broader market. And the utilities sector has the same equilibrium. Same thing. It's going to have an impact on the broader market for me, the direction that these two sectors break, potentially July or August. What's solar doing? Haven't looked at solar in a while. Monthly higher low trying to shape up here, on the verge of doing so. This monthly equilibrium can easily take us into Q3, Q4. Trying to act as laggards. Keep an eye on solar. Again, you're going to hear us talking about laggards a lot. We were talking about the growth names as laggards. Check mark went well. Talking about Chinese names as laggards. We'll look at them in just a moment. So far, so good. Let's see if TAN can get over 73.23. Actually, 73.49 and 74.06 to set the monthly higher low. Nice tight range. Healthcare, nope. Financial sector, still going. Daily uptrend guide. Trying to follow through with the weekly uptrend confirming. Little Adam and Eve reversal pattern here. Monthly higher low is set. How long can the bulls maintain the daily uptrend? Again, you just see the strength in all the candles today in our major sectors. IWM inside bar. Bulls got to be cautious of a head and shoulders here. 4 hour, maybe a head and shoulders. If we start daily consolidation tomorrow in the broader market, which I'm watching for. If it's not tomorrow, I'm watching real close Monday. But this could potentially be a 4 hour head and shoulders. If we fail 189.24, we're watching for the potential 4 hour head and shoulders. I did stop out today from my meta short attempt from a day trade that ended up in a swing trade, and it just was a little cup and handle pattern. There's your resistance, consolidation, fail to break resistance, bull flag, and go. So stopped out at 277.01, and obviously the market is not done yet. Where people have gotten in trouble over the last month is doing exactly what I did, but not having a stop, because they rationalized inflation, rates, whatever. It can't go up much further. Even if we break higher here, it can't go up much further. And they got in a lot of trouble with that mindset. Just stop out. I want to know that I'm wrong as soon as possible. I want the earliest indication that I am wrong to be out of a trade. Baba. So Chinese names, really nice follow through, big gap up. Chinese markets were up 2% overnight. And again, it's funny now getting all the headlines about China and stimulus and rates and everything that's, the bullish headlines coming out of China. I don't know anything about the fundamentals of China. And so it's just interesting to see the technicals showing me look bullish in these names, and now the fundamentals, catching up with that just a couple days behind it. So BABA, break of 91.43 is a good sign. Still going to be looking for a 2-day higher low eventually, but bulls following through. Monthly higher low is set. Now let's see. Can we make our way to 121.30 to confirm this monthly inverse head and shoulders? Another thing just to touch on, when I talk about a top in the market, as I mentioned, we're looking for daily higher lows, and then we're going to look for weekly higher lows. So I'm nowhere near calling a top in this market. I'm looking for a temporary top, and I will be looking to buy weekly higher lows in a lot of places. Baba, what else? Baidu. So Baidu, little gap up, not much there. NIO, beautiful follow through. Remember Monday, NIO, top watch, weekly falling wedge. Tesla running away. People look for the laggards. Oh, I don't want to buy Tesla, it's overextended. Well, I could buy NIO that's right near its lows. And now we are following through significantly. What did I say? Target, low target, 1112. We'll see if we get there. But shaping up a 4-month bounce attempt. Still a long way to go. We're going to have to confirm a weekly uptrend eventually as well. So no chasing at this point. You can look for a daily higher low on consolidation. You can look for a weekly higher low on consolidation. But over the last 3 days, clearly the Chinese markets have been some lead bulls, even in a very strong market overall. Microsoft all-time highs today. So if NVDA and Microsoft are hitting all-time highs, again, QQQ is trading as if it's in all-time highs. And 2 of its 3 largest holdings in all-time highs certainly help. Oh, Apple got it today too. All 3 of the largest holdings in QQQ, all-time highs today. Dollar dumping. There's the convincing dump. No more falling wedge on the table. Weekly lower high set. Heading back down towards the double bottom. And finally, the metal is responding bullish. Even then, still not what bulls want to see, but they'll take it, a green day. A lot of work to do still. We need a 4-hour uptrend to confirm. Silver, as we know, is leading the way, a bit stronger, but miners trying, a little daily inside bar on the miners, GDX. Bitcoin trying to put in a little bottom here. It's still a falling wedge. So still watching MARA. If Bitcoin breaks a falling wedge bull, I'm looking for MARA to go up in the 11s. Still sideways, but it'll be a top watch next week for me. Oil, still no daily lower high set yet. We know anything under 73.28 will set it, but nice recovery from that big drop yesterday. Natural gas, big day on the inventory report, following through in a big way on the confirmed daily uptrend. And now the weekly resistance coming into play, 262 on Nat Gas USD, to try and continue the weekly uptrend and see this monthly bounce follow through a bit. This is the most convincing bull day in natural gas that we've seen in almost a month. So that's a good sign. All right, hope you had a good day. Protect long portfolios if you don't want to sit through daily or weekly consolidation. Other than that, still not fighting the trend, still not scaling into shorts. The bears will show us. We'll see all major sectors hit the low of the day at the same time at some point soon, but not yet. QQQ, confirm an hourly downtrend. Prove it to us. I'm skeptical of the bears. As I should be, as you should be. Prove to us that we can confirm an hourly downtrend and we'll say, hey, there's something different. But until that happens, bears don't prove a thing. Hope you're well. Do good things. I've had a couple people over the last few days reach out to me, and they were not nearly skeptical enough of the scammers that they were talking to with regards to their money. And this is just a message to everyone to have your guard up. Even with me, I've been doing this for 8 years. Back in the first few years, people were extremely skeptical of me, and I had to earn their trust, which I did through time and thousands of videos. So go into any interaction with anybody on the internet having to do with money, assuming someone's a scammer, and then make them earn your trust through their actions.